Hey guys, so what I really want to talk about today is fear and uncertainty, the unknown, and trusting even when you have no evidence that something will work out. I think a lot of times in life we're clinging to what's familiar because it feels safe and we feel comfortable that way until we don't anymore. When you start feeling like something isn't right, but you don't really know what it is, and you think there's something else out there for you, but you can't label it, that is the first signs that you are experiencing an awakening, that something else is out there for you that you can't describe and you don't know what it is. You just know it's bigger than you. I remember I went to a counselor once and I was like, something's just gonna happen. Like, something is happening. And she's like, what? And I'm like, I now see that it was me. I was happening. I was emerging. I was becoming the person I meant to be. And I think a lot of times, in society, we think with our heads and not our hearts. So when we're thinking with our heads, we're like, what's happening? Like, am I gonna get fired? Like, should I get in a new relationship? Like, what is happening, right? We think we have to make the choice, we have to do it. But, as we evolve and connect to ourselves, spirit chooses us. Our intuition guides the way, and we don't have a choice sometimes. And that's why I had to do things like leave a relationship, and I had to leave a job that nothing was wrong with them per se. They were awesome, like, great person, amazing job. There's nothing wrong with it per se. It's just it felt off. It didn't fit for me anymore, right? And I struggled with it for the longest time because I'm like, on paper this looks so good. Like, there's nothing wrong with what I have going on right now. Like, you know what I mean? But since I've kind of uncovered that and tapped into that, my whole world has exploded, and I've explored so many more parts of myself that I wouldn't be able to do if I stayed in that relationship or if I stayed in that job, right? So if you're having those inklings or there's nudges that, like, you should be doing something else or there's something else out there for you and you don't really know what it is, like, please listen and please follow that, even if it doesn't make sense. It could be like the tiniest little thing, like maybe even trying a new, we can't really go out right now because quarantine, but like trying a new routine on your way home, like taking the bus instead of the subway, or like a different route. And who knows, maybe you meet someone that way, or maybe like something crosses your path that you wouldn't have found if you didn't listen to that inner voice. And what I'm really talking about is your intuition, is your inner voice, following that voice. And for me, I feel things with my body, clairsentient. There's a bunch of different clairs, like psychic abilities, but I just feel things. I have this inner gut knowing, and I just have to go and do it. And you can't label it, you can explain it to people. Like, literally, I told my ex, I was like, I just have to go. I was like, I love you, but I just have to go. And like, it didn't make sense to him because he's thinking with his mind. And if you love me, then how could you leave, right? I'm talking about my long-term relationship, by the way. It was like a 6-year one on and off. And it was the hardest thing I ever had to do, but it was for me. And I had to choose myself so I could finally feel free and discover this whole spiritual growth and this whole soul work that is my calling and my purpose. So if you're having those nudges, really listen to that. Because if you stay in that safety and comfort, this feeling and this nudge is never going to go away. It's just going to keep getting louder and louder and louder, and eventually it can spiral you into like a depression-like state, kind of apathy, and you're not experiencing life. You're not on your soul's path because you're not listening to the signs and the callings that you're being called to go on. So don't feel like you have to stay stuck in something just because it's comfortable and it's all you know. If you're happy with where you are, that is amazing. But if you're feeling nudges from the universe, if you're feeling like there's something else out there, please listen, because that's when your whole journey, that's when your whole awakening starts. That's when everything starts to unfold the way it's supposed to and the way it should. And it can be fucking scary at first. Like, you have no idea what you're doing. You don't know why you're doing this. You can't explain it to anyone. You just know. You have this full body yes feeling that there's something else out there for you. And you don't even know what that is until it guides you there, right? But that's the purpose. You have to take that leap. You have to lean into the fear. I was talking about this yesterday with somebody about, a lot of people are living in fear right now. They might be living in the dark. I'm really able to see like who's kind of like awakened and choosing like love and this soul path, and then the people who are just like really clinging to comfort and security and safety. And fear is within all of us. I experience fear all the time. I think even spiritual leaders and guides experience fear all the time. We can't turn that off. That's part of humanity. But what we can do is choose to lean into the fear or resist the fear. When you resist the fear, then you're not going to move. You're going to stay stuck. You're going to create more fear. and that's it. You're putting yourself in a box. When you choose to lean into the fear, despite all the anxiety and uncomfortable feelings that you're feeling, that's when you truly grow. That's when truly life starts. That's when the magic starts to freaking happen. But you have to lean into that, even though it's confusing and even though it's uncomfortable and even though it doesn't make sense. You gotta push forward. You gotta push forward. It's like doing a workout. Like you're at like 10 reps and you're supposed to get to 20. Like keep going. Don't give up just because it hurts, just because it's uncomfortable. Because the other side of that is a whole world that you never knew. Whew. I'm having coffee. I think I should have not had coffee during this, but I just really want to get this message out there because I know how bad I felt when I felt like I didn't have a choice. I was like, this is my life. I'm stuck. This is the way it is. I've checked off, like, you know, all the boxes that I'm supposed to at quote unquote age. Like, this is my life. But I was so damn miserable. I felt so empty inside. I literally, like, I didn't know who I was. I lost myself because I wasn't on my soul's path. And it's the saddest damn thing because I have so much magic and so much spark in me. And I feel like I'm finally expressing that, and I feel good in my body, and I know who I am now. And it's a journey, like 100%. I'm definitely on this, but once you start, you can't go back. And I would never want to go back to living in fear and feeling broken and depressed and suicidal and like I have no purpose or meaning in life. So if you're feeling that way, please reach out to me. I would love to help you on your spiritual path and your awakening, help you listen to these signs, these intuition, connect to your self-worth, and really get you on the path so you can become the person you're meant to be in this world, you know. But you have to take that leap, you have to take that risk, and you have to listen to your inner voice and these nudges and these callings that are being sent your way as a message from the universe to wake the fuck up and start your life, because you have no idea what's waiting on the other side. And if you keep living this way, you'll never know, and that would be a sad life. And it's up to you. Not everyone is meant to be on this path. Not everyone wants to choose this, but I want you to choose this because I believe in you and I see your potential and I know how magical you can be, and you need support on this journey. Everyone needs support. I've worked with so many mentors and guides, psychics, coaches on my journey. I would not be here without them because it is a scary and isolating journey, especially the dark night of the soul when you're going through all your shadow work and everything you knew is no longer what you know, and it's very confusing and dark time. And I'm still in it, to be honest. I'm in the dark night of the soul. I've been in it for like, I would say like a few years now, and it's like it doesn't mean it's depressing, it doesn't mean like it's all dark. There's so much light. Like I feel like on fire right now, but everything is just a whole unraveling, and you're healing all your wounds and all your traumas and everything from the past. So it's pretty intense work, but take that leap and then the magic will start happening. I fucking swear. So I just want to share that with you guys. I hope everyone is doing well. I hope you're listening to your bodies and your intuition. But if you are feeling that nudge that something else is out there, it could be you. It could be that you're on the cusp of your spiritual awakening and your soul is sending you messages that it's time for you to grow bigger and stronger and be better than ever and connect to something higher than you ever knew, something bigger than you ever knew was possible. So I hope this serves you, and I hope I wasn't too rambly and wordy, but I'll try to next time maybe like write some notes and be a bit more concise. But this is just kind of how my brain works. And I've realized I'm a manifesting generator, so I'm supposed to be all over the place. I'm supposed to be spontaneous. I'm supposed to be like a little bit of this, a little bit of that, all over the freaking place. I actually have a reading tomorrow with somebody who does readings in human design, and I'm freaking stoked. So we're going to get into more like my, I guess, energy type, then authority and like definition and all that kind of stuff I don't really know about, but I want to learn how to best use my energy type to create the most successful and purposeful life I can have. So it's really hype right now. I'm really stoked about it. And I know it's going to guide me on my journey tremendously. So I'm super excited about that. But yeah, just know if you're like me and you're kind of like all over the place, or you feel like you never really get anything done, that's normal. That's your energy type. That's what you're supposed to be doing. But I'll save that for another video. So happy Monday, guys. Trust your intuition. Reach out. If you're feeling these nudges, don't push it down because you are fucking amazing and there's so much out there for you. Okay? Love you guys.